Okay, so next topic. This is video 3 of the Grand Rapids training phase. Is sponsoring. So if you signed up to distribute with Senegence and you're in it for more than just a discount, this is probably of a big concern for you, because that's where most of the money, the big bucks come from, is from sponsoring other distributors and building off of their commission and whatnot. So the phrase that kept getting repeated during this training is get over yourself. Basically saying, like, get out of your own head, stop worrying so much about the negative consequences of things and just do it, and then pick yourself back up because it's not a big deal. So it's always a no unless you ask. And I'm sure you guys have heard that from other sources too, but it's true. People ask me all the time, like, oh, I'm afraid, not just like specifically pertaining to lip sensor Senegence, but people are like, well, I don't know if they're gonna, let me do this, or I don't know what they're gonna say. And I was like, the worst they can say is no, and then so what? Your life goes on and you're in the same spot that you were 2 seconds ago. It's not a big deal. And then another girl kind of put it as, like, if you're afraid to ask if people want to sign up for the discount, she kind of said, like, I would be pissed if someone didn't tell me that I could get the products for cheaper. And when she said it like that, I was just like, you know what? That's kind of right. Because it's like you're spending all this money to this one person, and if you don't know that you could get it for a cheaper rate, like, I would be kind of pissed too. And then I would think that person's just out to take my money. So make sure that you offer the Senegence choice. And if you don't know what the Senegence choice is, it's saying, hey, you can spend $55 on your first lip collection, or you can spend $55 to start your own business. So that's what the Senegence choice is. Always offer it, because the worst they can do is say no, and then you're in the same place you were 2 seconds ago, and it's not a big deal. Stop telling people it's easy. And I don't do this because I know it's not like you could just be sleeping the whole entire time and then all this stuff will happen to you. That's not how it works. You still have to work for it. And I just tell people, well, just like anything else in life, you get out what you put in. It's as simple as that. So instead of telling people it's easy, say it's simple, because you're following the leader. So you're just having the people who sign up under you doing the same things that you're doing, and it really is that simple. That's what I did. I just went and saw what other people were doing and decided what I thought was a good idea to do based on that. You don't have to do everything that everybody's doing. And it was literally that easy. And then a lot of my downline would literally just say, hey, can I copy and paste this album, or can I use this resource? And I'm like, heck yeah, just go. You don't even have to ask, just use it, just take it, go for it. It's all, the reason why other girls post that stuff up there is so that we could all use it freely. So it's simple, not it's easy, it's simple. I don't know, I wrote focus on you, but I'm not entirely sure what that all means. Oh yes, I do. Focus on you, meaning don't worry about what other people are doing and just worry about what you're doing. Because if you're getting distracted with damn, she just signed up 12 people within the past week and I got one maybe, what the hell, and getting all upset about it. Instead of doing that, just focus on you. Don't try to compete with other people, because that's not going to get you to where you need to be. All that time and energy that you spend thinking about other people and getting all messed up in your own head should be invested into figuring out how you can do better and how you can improve your situation. Let's see. Oh, do you believe in the products you're selling and the culture of the company? So that's what I emphasize in the videos that I post in my group. I love the culture of the company. Seriously, even just like being in the Facebook groups and not even seeing these people in person and just hearing all the support that you get from people when you're asking questions and whatnot is awesome, because girls can be bitches. Like, let's be honest. They can be some catty little bitches. And I don't like being around people like that. I like being around people that are going to help me better myself, and then I am more than willing to help them better themselves. And I kept telling my cousin this: girls compete, women empower. And that is the truth. That is the truth. I can honestly care less if you're, doing better than me, because my thoughts on that is like, hell yeah, girl, you do your thing, and then tell me how you're doing it so I can do it too. I'm not gonna like rain on your parade. That, if anything, like, that's awesome. I like seeing other people succeed. That's just me, and not everybody feels that way. Not everybody is confident enough in themselves to always feel positive about other people's success. And if that's the case, then that's not really your problem. I kind of did a little video in my group about that. How, like, if you're jealous about the things that I'm doing, that's because you're not happy with where you are, and that's the truth. Like, I'm happy where I am. I love my life. I'm confident with myself, and so I can be appreciative of other people's success. Okay, moving on. Do you believe in the products you're selling? Yes, back to that, sorry. So I literally signed up thinking like Lipsense was the only good product that this company made, and I was so wrong. So wrong. Because you know how, like, you hear about, like, so many companies have this one good product, but everything else is kind of like, eh. Like, it's not really all that special or not worth it. That's so false. This lip volumizer is awesome. Ever since I started using it, because of the fact that on average, it restores moisture by like 54% or something like that, my lip colors have been lasting longer. And you want to know something super funny? So when I first started using it, I was not used to like having fuller, bigger lips at all, and I actually like stopped using it because it was kind of freaking me out, because I would like accidentally like bite my lip because it was so big, and I was like hurting myself. But now I'm getting used to it and like being a little bit more careful, but I only use the lip volumizer like every other day, so I'm not even using it every day. And I still get these awesome results. My lips are so much fuller. Okay, back to this. Everyone raves about climate control. I haven't had the chance to try yet because I've been too broke to order any, and it's been gone since the first few releases. But I'm definitely gonna try that next. You need a support system. So like with any other endeavor in life, you need people around you that are going to support what you're doing, whether that be your significant other, your friends, or your family. And if you can't find support from like those three areas, you have the support of the other girls in the company, the Senna sisters, and that's so true. Every training that I've been to, like, it's just like radiating positive energy. These girls are all there to support you, and that's literally why I had that little epiphany, like, oh my gosh, I just need to be able to do me. I shouldn't be ashamed to do me. I shouldn't feel like I'm offending somebody by just doing me. And everybody was literally like extremely supportive, and it's awesome. It is awesome. Okay. Surround yourself with people better than you to help you step your game up. And that's like true in anything in life. You're never gonna get better by being the best person in the room, because you're never gonna learn anymore. You wanna surround yourself with people who are doing more than you or better than you, because then you can learn from them how to better yourself. Okay. Consistency in your customer group. Being consistent with your postings, what time you're posting in your customer group. And that is something that I need to be better with, and I think that's kind of why the action is kind of like tapered off. So I need to get better at that. I need to find a good time for me to be able to post daily, and make sure that my customers see that trend. Okay, so the only way that you fail in this business is by quitting. You put in what you want out, you make time for what is important to you. So it literally is like, if the only way you fail is by quitting, because it's a simple process. Like, you just do what other people have done and you play follow the leader. It's really simple. Okay. New distributors need to see the possibility of this business. And underneath it, I wrote the Senate Experience Facebook group, watching a video by Callie, Kallie, Keeney, Keeney. Holding your own training. So if you have one or two or even 5 or 10 or 15, 20 people, hold your own trainings. It's a good way to teach people the ropes, to give them your tips and how you have succeeded and whatnot. And then the next one is to stay in phase 1. What they call phase 1 is like the first 90 days of being part of the company. And I can totally see how like my excitement within that time period was like so up here, and now because I've gotten busy and it's been a while, it's that like honeymoon phase of it all kind of like wore off, and I need to get back to that. And this training has gotten me back to that, so I'm like super pumped. I just gotta wait till this teaching gig is over so I can do more. The 911 thing. Okay, so the 911 means you're posting 9 things that is about you, not about Senegence, in your Facebook group or your Instagram or whatever it is that you use to market to your customers. And then you put 1 thing about sales and Senegence and 1 thing about recruiting or joining the wholesale membership. So for the 9 things, even though it's like not about Senegence, it's still super important because you're trying to build that trust and foundation with your group of customers. Because whoever the hell says like it's business is not personal is completely wrong, because business is personal. People are going to buy things from you because they like you, because of the relationship that you have with them. And that's so true, because that's how I was able to get my business started in the first place. My friends bought things from me, and they literally, one of my good friends, Christina, was like, no, Lina, don't give me a discount on this. Like, I'm gonna buy it at full price, because good friends buy, like, to support you, to support your business, they buy things at full price. And I've never had anybody tell me that, so I was like super like humbled that she said that, and that was awesome. But that's true. Like, even though this product sells itself and you can sell it to a stranger who doesn't know a damn thing about you, but other people, they will literally, even though they wouldn't buy it from some random person off the street, they would buy it from you because they know you and because they want to support you and they value what you're doing and the person that you are and the life you're living. Okay. Somebody suggested taking a poll of how often they want to see videos and keeping those videos between 3 and 5 minutes, because if it gets too lengthy, then people kind of tune off. And the only long videos you should have are the get ready with me videos, which I need to do. I know I need to sit down and do one of those, and I think that'll be like a game changer for me, but I just need to make the time for it. Okay. It doesn't mean that you stop working when you start building a team. Yes, that is completely true. And I'm really trying to find the balance right now between building a team and then making sure that my own business and my own sales are still functioning. Build your first line wide. So you want to sign up as many people as you can, because building your first line is like that first line of defense around you. Like, you want to have a strong support around you. Megan was telling us about how she tried to strategically place somebody on her second line who she thought wasn't gonna like do much with the business and was just gonna like sign up for the discount and that's it. So she's like, oh, I'll put you on my second line because I can get a 20% cut from you. And she like bit herself in the ass because that lady ended up signing up like 40 different salons and boutiques. And guess how much money she was like, her first line, the person that Morgan had set her up under, is making. I don't even know, but I know it's like millions of dollars now. But okay, back to the 911 thing. Yeah, make your customers love you because business is personal. Lifestyle posts that you can do. You can do things about like traveling or exercising, or if you have a family, whatever you're doing with your family. I know for me, it's like my life revolves around Evie and school, so that's basically like the only things that happen in my group. But Evie is so damn cute, and I know I'm biased, but people love seeing Evie because she's so freaking adorable, and I know it, and that's why she gets away with everything. Okay. In terms of sponsoring, you don't want to sign up people who don't want to be there because they're not gonna do anything. They're not gonna do anything with like ordering or whatever. So you want to sign up people who are going to take this opportunity and run with it. And that is so true because I can't benefit from somebody who like signs up but then doesn't do anything with their membership. And then that person's not going to really benefit from it because they're not even reaping the discount for themselves. So don't feel bad if people tell you no and they don't want to do it, I guess. Even though it's like you'd rather have them say yeah, but you don't want to have them say yes and then like not do anything with it because then that's just as good as a person who said no. Wanted to talk to wholesalers about distributing. So, I don't remember what they give an answer about that, like when's a good time to, but for the people who are doing wholesale discounts, I feel like if they're ready, they'll probably come to you, but it's always good to check in on them and say, hey, like how have things been going? Have you thought about distributing, you know, or like casually selling to friends and family, and whatnot. Cover that. Okay. Stop saying join my team. I know I'm guilty of that. I've seen some of you guilty of that. Say instead what Senegence can do for them, because if you phrase it as join my team, that just sounds like the only one who's really going to benefit from it is you, which I see and notice that now. So talk to them, for example, about things that can happen for them, because people like to talk about themselves, right? More than anything, people like to talk about themselves. They want to know how they're going to benefit from it. So saying things like, look what I got with my commissions check, you could do this like too. I just bought a vacuum with my commissions check. You could buy a vacuum with your commissions check too, or like with your profit, or la da la. You can put your kid through school. You can afford a 2-week vacation for your family. Like, put it into their perspective. Putting other people first. If you put other people before yourselves, you're going to have more recruits because they're going to want to be with somebody who is looking out for them and looking to have their back. Okay, I need to wrap this up quick because Abby's about to come home. Find your next rock star and let them know you believe in them. So if you know of somebody who you think would be awesome in this business, let them know that. Let them know that you believe in them and that you believe that they're going to be your next rock star. Get over yourself. Get over your fears. Get over your doubts. Get over your concerns, because at the end of the day, you're strong enough to handle anything and you'll get over it. Planting seeds. Planting seeds by asking how, if people ask how you're doing, have Senegence in the answer. So if people are like, hey, what have you been up to? How have you been doing? You know, say like, oh yeah, like Evie's getting big. You know, I'm about to start school soon, and then my business, the Lip Sense business, has been doing really well. I have, you know, a team now of however many people, and even though these people don't know what it is or whatever, by like you just mentioning it in like your whatever couple minute synopsis of how you're doing, it kind of like plants those seeds because they're going to want to know more later. Okay, if you don't have your own success story to share with people, then use somebody else's until you have your own. That's an easy one to do. So many other ladies above us will be like, hey, this is what I was able to do. And then you can just say to these girls, like, hey, look at what my friend is able to do. You know, like, I've only been in for this period of time, but look what she was able to do with the time that she had. And then there's like this situation thingy that I think somebody from Amway was talking about, how you share the opportunity or show the opportunity to 1,200 people. 900 will say no, 300 will say yes. And then of the 300, 85 would have done something with it. And then the 35 of those 85 are serious about it. But then only 11 of those 35 will make you a millionaire. So I think this is somebody from the Amway company that gave those statistics. So that's a lot of no's. So 11 people out of 1,200 made that individual a millionaire. That's nuts. That is nuts. Okay. Somebody else suggested going back into closed Facebook parties to see if anybody needs refills. That's brilliant. So if you have closed Facebook parties and it's been like a couple months, go back in there and be like, hey, does anybody need a glossy gloss refill? Or hey, does anybody need more colors? That's genius. I need to do that. And then right after that, Joni walked in to the training and I literally felt like I was in the Twilight Zone. That was freaking crazy. She is awesome. She is so dear. Like seriously, when she like is asked about like the company and like what she envisions for it, if she ever like thought that she would be where she's sitting, she gets so emotional, and that's awesome. And I don't think that's because like she's a woman and she just cries all the time or she's super sensitive, but it's like, you just think about it. If you, excuse me, have huge expectations for yourself and are like extremely humbled by like how you got there, and then you all of a sudden you see it all coming to life in front of you, you would get emotional too. And for me, like, I know Senegence isn't the end of the road for me. That's not like where I envision myself. I obviously envision myself as a physician and helping people and, you know, bettering their health and whatnot. But just like thinking about when I'm about to get my white coat in a couple weeks, and the fact that like the long laborious road I took to get there and all the really trying times that I had to get through to get there, that makes me emotional. So to see her and like how much it means, the company means to her, the people in the company means to her, it's just extremely, extremely humbling. And that's why I really believe in this company, and I'm excited to be a part of it. And I hope you guys see that too and are able to channel some of that positive energy into your own lives. So that is it for all the notes that I took on the training. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'm going to cut it off there. Okay, cool. Bye.